Hi, this is Lindsay from POV Solution in Cleveland, Ohio, and we wanted to do a little video about the brochure holder and our InDesign download. So as you can see from my screen, I am on our POV website, and if you scroll down, you can see the template for brochure holder. You're going to go ahead and click the InDesign icon, and it's going to save it down. So from here, I'm just going to go Show in Folder. And here's my package document. So I'm going to right click. And from here you can cut it and you can put it on wherever you want to save it. For me, I'm just going to put it on my desktop and I'm going to paste it. And since I already had it there, I'm going to just replace it. So here it is. I'm going to right click and I am going to extract. So this will just extract it to the same location. All right, so now I've got the extracted folder. In this folder, there are a couple different things. This is for PDF replacement only. Anyone who is not using InDesign and they just want the PDF of it, this is where they would get the die line. So they would just work off of that. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me at help@povprint.com. This is basically for InDesign users only. So once we go into this package folder, you will have a broken link only because I was trying to make the file as small as possible. There is an interchangeable document. If you have an older version or a newer version, you can use that, or you could just go ahead and open up the InDesign doc. We're going to say update links. You'll still be missing one. It'll be this one here just because I wanted to show you the art. So in the bottom right hand corner there is a layers tab, or if you don't see that, go ahead and go up to Windows and Layers or F7. And you can see that I've got multiple layers. You've got the layout instructions, die line, UV registration marks, textured UV. This is for anyone who wants to add that extra texture UV, which is an extra add-on. So just let us know if you want a quote on that. You've got your layouts, your layout layer, and then you have your smart mark. When you export out any of your print stuff, the smart mark has to be on there or it will not read for that die. When you are on our website, there'll be two upload areas, one that is for a sample with the die line and the other one is your print layer. So as we get into it, we'll go over that. All right, so if you're doing single-sided, as you see my note, just lay out page 1. Page 2 is only if you're doing double-sided brochure holders. All these are in different layers, so you can turn them on and turn them off. So I'm going to turn off the layout layer so you can see exactly what it's going to show. I'm going to hit Control Plus. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger on my screen. So you can see this is the front logo, and this is the side panels, the wings of it. These are all showing. So you want to make sure that you do single-sided, double-sided. This is your main layout area for your front of your brochure. So I'm going to take off my text layer or my layout instructions, and I'm going to put my layout back on. I wanted to show you, first off, you can see it's a little low res, and I'm just going to go to display performance and go to high quality. And there we go. This obviously is still going to show low quality because it is not linked. But the big thing I really wanted to show is that when I lay things out, I do it with the die line on. And that way there you can see where you have to extend. This is your bleed in this area here. Not to mention, you see that I actually went past the die line. This is very important. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, please do this. This extends past it. That's why I left the layout on here. Make sure you do that. It's going to wrap a little bit onto the wings, and that's fine. But if it's digital, it's a little margin of error. And then also extend it down to here. Please do that. If not, you could have white space or you could have whatever unless you take the bleed all the way down to this part here. You do not need to do any type of art here. And again, I'll put the layout instructions on because this all folds in. So if all you're doing is single-sided, lay out the wings and lay out the front. And then make sure you have it right reading so it's not upside down. Okay, so for double-sided people, we're going to go ahead. This is the panel that you'll actually see and when it folds up, this will be the front right in here. These panels fold back. I actually really like it when you put color on it instead of leaving it white. And the same thing here again, just take your artwork a little bit past these lines so it kind of wraps. It'll just make it look a lot cleaner. I just took my entire color and made it all the way down and across. So it's totally fine. You don't have to, but I just thought it looked nice that way. Okay, real quick for those who are interested in UV, we have different videos on how to create a UV layer, but obviously I have them in here. So I am going to turn off my layout and I'm going to add the textured UV. And you can see, I'm going to turn off my smart mark too, and you can see that right here is where we would be doing that UV. I only have it on the front, and I like it on the front and maybe some on the wings, but it really adds, Control Plus, it really adds that extra feature. So if you really want to make it pop, I really suggest that textured UV. All right, so now let's get into making a PDF for us. So we're going to start off with our sample one. If we go to the website, you can see that there are multiple uploads. You can do a file with bleeds and crops and then sample file with die lines. Please do both of those. So that's the how-to that we're working on right now. So we're going to first do the one with the die line. We're going to turn off all the pink, which is the UV layers. There's really no need for it because most aren't going to do it. And if you are, great, then just make sure you do a third one, and I'll do that one at the end. The smart mark has to be on. And yes, I have these layers locked for a reason. You do not want to move those because if not, it can't read it. All right, so now this is going to be our sample one. I'm going to go up to File, Export. I always make it to print folder. And in this to print folder, I always know what I sent to the printer. Make sure you have a name that makes sense. And I'm going to do die line. And I'm going to export. I do have a video and a web page that actually goes over how to make a high-res PDF. It's under resources, how to create, and I have a job option and a video on how to load a job option. This video is not about that, but if you want the highest quality version of PDF, then I do suggest doing that step. And if you have any questions, again, just contact us. This will probably be one of the few videos I say do not give me a bleed. So this is the setting that the job option that I have created, and I'm going to go into my my marks and bleeds. I always have this checked, but I know I'm not checking crops. And I'm going to use document settings. I truly want just 12 by 18. We used our bleeds in the actual layout with the die, so I don't need to have bleeds, make a larger sheet of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and hit export. And it's saying something's missing. Your art will be correct. If you do get this and your art is missing missing links, then you do need to fix that. Hit OK. And so it's creating that PDF. And it opens. I'm just going to bring it onto the screen here. And Control minus. Okay, so as you can see, my artwork actually had layout, so it's rotated up, so it was right reading. But when it creates a PDF, it's fine that it's like this. This is a UR code that basically will take you right to our site. So it's kind of great for reorders. So now you can see this is the die line, page 1 and page 2. So that's the first upload that you're going to do. Go back to our file here. We are going to turn off the die line. Okay, so now this is the print version. Go to File, Export, and this one here, we'll name it Print. Pretty straightforward. And since it remembers our settings from last time, I'm going to hit Export, and again, the links. And we can go right up to here, fit one page, no die lines, perfect. Excellent. So we've got one with die and one without. And real quick, the people who are adding that UV layer, we're going to turn off our layout and our smart mark. It's the only time I want you to do that because we want to make sure that we have that the registration marks, which are those circles with the crosshairs in there, and then the textured UV. Now it's only one page. I'm going to go to File, Export, And anyone who's doing single-sided, you pretty much want to do this too. I named that one UV. You just go to your page range and just select one for single-sided people. If not, we'll just delete it out. Again, we'll go here just so I can see it all in one. We got our registration marks for the Duplo, and we got our UV layer. Okay, so now you are ready to go back to our website and go to the brochure holder. You put your quantity in, double-sided. You're actually all set because you already went through how to do this correctly. You can go to direct to press or send a PDF. So if you send a PDF, it does cost more, but if you feel comfortable with where you're at, if not, then we can send you a PDF. So we're going to go ahead and select a file. You'll put it in there. If you have any additional, like say UV, would like UV texture on it, please quote, or please just go ahead and order. And then I also will put up a third upload option, and that way there it'll be a UV one. And so if you have a UV layer, you can just add it to cart right there. And then you just go add to cart. I'm not uploading the files just so I can keep my time down. You can see from here, you're going to log in, create an account. I do suggest it because then you can always do quick reorders. It's great. You can go in your history and do it that way, save for later. You'll then go all the way through shipping and then credit card payment and then submit your order, and that's it. So again, if you have any questions, just contact us at help@povprint.com, and just remember that you can go ahead and go to our Facebook page, POV Solution, or Instagram, POV Solution. Also, actually, Facebook is POV Printing Solution. And like those pages, also subscribe to our YouTube channel as I'm going to be putting up videos. This is more just a very informal one that I wanted to do for people who are looking at this file for the first time and just want to be able to lay it out with, you know, having all what the layers all mean. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any other ideas or videos that you'd like me to do, go ahead and contact me. Again, I get the help at povprint.com, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.